Welcome back to River City Girls Smoking Edition.
Yeah, well, I mean, not for me.
Not for you.
Yeah, I'm just living up here. Oh, it's nice. It's nice that I can look out and see the sun.
That's a lie. You live in England.
You got me there.
Now,
Well played.
We know what it's like to be you, constant overcast.
Yeah, I actually can't see. Yeah, it is actually clouds blocking the sun at the moment, so. Oh, guys, stop it. Why, like, stop being on fire, for fuck's sake, guys.
Tell Canada.
Yeah, we're not on fire. The Canadians are on fire.
Oh, the same.
We're just getting the backlash of the maple syrup and
The ass blast.
moose hair.
Mm.
Where was I supposed to go?
Although apparently it's Montreal that's on fire, according to Dan. So you
Yeah.
know, nobody cares that much. Oh no, French Canada might go up.
Need French Canada. Wait,
Oh,
no, we don't.
Yeah, when have we ever needed French Canada? Maybe the French like French Canada. Oh, but yeah, it's real fucking misery that this is going on. Just got out of face masks and COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now we gotta do this.
everyone, it's fine. You can take your mask off. Quick, mask back on, mask back on.
See, for me, it didn't really make an effect because I've been wearing my mask still. Which is really funny because IRL, I had someone finally give me shit for the first time about it. And then, like, literally a week later, hey, guys, you gotta put your mask back on because it's smoky as fuck.
I mean, it's not required to put your mask on. They're just like, it might be a good idea if you don't want to die.
Yeah,
It's not like you can't come inside if you don't have a mask on because, you know,
True.
yeah isn't it like reaching all the way down to like Florida or something to smoke?
I don't think it's gone that far yet, but it's in Washington.
Like, I know it's in, like, the DC area.
It hasn't gotten down to my parents yet, so
I know it's slightly worse where you are versus me. I do know that, but it's not great here either.
is it orange outside?
No.
Yeah,
Is it orange outside there?
it was before. It's now enough of the sun is poking through that it's kind of sort of only just making it slightly smuggy. But yesterday it was orange like all day. Like you could look up at the sun and the sun was clearly being blocked by a layer of something. And when on the highway was like, oh no, the world is ending.
It was like that for a little bit yesterday, where we had that, but it was like later in the day, and that's when I shut like the entire house down. And I feel bad for my cat because she likes the sunroom, and I do not have that open for obvious reasons. And she's kind of upset that I'm not letting her out there.
Wow.
And I'm just like, man, I wish I could explain this to a way you'd understand, but you're a cat.
Why don't you have the concept of cognitive thought, cat?
But,
Yeah, apart from everything being on fire and it looking like a dystopian future out there, how are you guys?
I'm alright. Street Fighter 6 has been really fun. I'm really loving it.
You want a Luke fan now, are you?
No. Fuck Luke. There's only two things I don't like in the game. I think the soundtrack is kind of eh. Like, there's some some decent tracks, but overall I think it's weak. And, fuck Luke. Luke sucks. I hate him. I am a forever Luke's hater. I am not turning around on this.
Are people turned around on hating Luke?
Yes!
Why? Why? Everyone's favorite pastime is hating Luke.
Because of the voice actor for Luke doing memes.
So maybe he should do the ultimate meme and stop voicing a terrible character.
Who's the voice actor?
Jimmy something? I don't know. You expect me to look up the voice actor for a character I don't fucking like?
I mean, well, I assumed if it was memes, it was like a voice actor that would be well known.
Like he did like the fucking like water with no ice Ryu meme with Luke,
Oh, this is Uptown, huh?
and people ate it up, and I was like, this sucks.
It's old.
Expensive.
Alright.
Judgy.
Get new material.
No, we do
Oh. But hey, at least we can all go and see The Flash.
No. But
Anyway.
but before we make fun of the Flash, but yeah, I want to talk about it a little bit. The World Tour mode is a lot of fun. It actually acts as a good kind of tutorial for new players too, where like slowly introduces mechanics and teaches you them. And obviously, getting to interact with the Street Fighter cast is fucking hilarious. Like Blanca doping you into dressing up as Blanca-chan.
Oh, I wonder, is that costume going to be banned this time?
You could put your OC in that costume and just walk
I'm
around in
aware.
it.
It's just it got banned from it got banned in
from
5. Yeah.
I don't know. 5 wasn't a game that I give a shit about, so game's a piece of shit.
And I wonder if it'll be banned. It'll be among the other like banned
Well,
What they
Blanca
call
can't
banned
wear it,
costumes.
so I don't know.
I know there was some other costumes that were banned in 5.
Probably revealing ones, I'm gonna guess. I don't fucking know.
Oh no. There was one that there was like everyone had like an EX palette swap that that gave them really like sort of dark. I'd almost say blackface, but I don't think it wasn't banned for that. It was banned because it made all the characters so dark on certain maps you couldn't see them.
Which is funny because most of the Street Fighter community just plays on one map when they play it competitively.
Well, there are also some banned maps as well. Like there's a beach map that's banned for really silly reasons.
Isn't it like frame rate or something like that?
Oh no! It's banned because at least as some characters, but mostly like Nikali. Has an ability that like has an attack that travels along the ground, and you can't see it in the water.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a bit of an oversight. But then again, the entire game of Street Fighter V is an oversight. So you know, no surprises there actually.
For the surprise of absolutely nobody.
The surprise of incompetence. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, Street Fighter V. It's not surprising.
What are you doing in Uptown?
I live here.
Fuck.
It is going to be interesting now that we're going into Street Fighter 6, though, especially with like how things have changed.
The mechanics are really fun.
They ditch you guys
Like
again?
it's
Well, also in just the community, because now people don't hate playing on pads anymore.
Pretty meta.
yeah.
Or controllers. It used to be in the old days if you played on a controller, you were hated and reviled,
Show her your text.
like you worshipped Hitler or something.
Usually they
you know.
get nowadays they usually get
We
mad
should
if
go
people use
talk to
hitbox
the
controllers.
Who?
The fashion designer? Jeez, don't you guys know anything?
Well,
Shop at
who isn't
discount.
mad at people who use
I
hitbox
found the shirt at a
controllers?
bus stop.
I don't know.
The
I'm
bug in
not.
this photo, the one shoving
Yeah,
your
I'm not
friends
either,
into
to be
the
honest.
ground, she's wearing one of Hibara's
Just
custom
genuine question:
jackets.
who isn't mad about it?
Oh, nice detecting.
I think probably people that
Everyone who's cool
I think
wears
you know what, I think
Hibara's.
it's easier to say
No
who's
offense.
mad about it,
None
and it's people who
taken.
spent way too much on a
Hibara's
custom
warehouse
joystick.
is at the east end of Uptown.
Yeah, basically.
Try this photo. She might
I
know
know
you.
a guy who has a custom joystick, and he's like, "Oh,
Play Melee. You need
I
to have a
play it with
custom.
something like this."
You should play Melee. You need to have a custom joystick for Melee.
It's true.
Thought you'd have a broken controller for that.
Yes.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. They've allowed they've allowed a mod to the game that basically just makes it so all controllers can accomplish that glitch. No, what you need is a modded
You know,
controller
It makes sense that
specifically
they would
for
do it.
other tech.
It makes sense that they would do it because they're starting to run out of those controllers.
Yeah. So now you can now there's a fix that can work on basically any controller, but the only major thing.
Or you could just not wave dash.
Oh, it's not about wave dashing. That's not the glitch. That's not the problem. It's to do like specifically like now the controller thing is to do with like snap back on sticks. It's weird. It's really long and complicated, and there's fuck millions of videos on the internet that explain it better than I ever could. But you know, I ain't about to go and look into that. So.
Maybe they should just try no items, Final Destination, Fox only.
They did that. It's not nearly as fun. It's not nearly as fun as the meme makes it sound.
No, it's not. It's not fun. It's how like people that have obsessively perfected like the basic combo want to play because That's the only way to really do anything when you're using that style.
Yeah, but guess what? In the last like year of Melee, like 2 more characters have become viable.
Really?
Yeah, Yoshi's now top tier.
Oh, it
Yeah.
only took them,
Yoshi
In one,
now.
in one specific guy's hands.
it only took them 20 years.
I mean, there's also
Yeah.
there's a Peach that's also like that in one specific guy's hands, and also a Jigglypuff like that.
More importantly, Sheik, even though she's always been top tier, finally won a major last year. You'd be like, but Train, everyone knows Sheik is strong in that game. Well, she never won. She was strong, but she somehow never won, which feels like a bit of an oxymoron, but I didn't make the game.
Neither did I.
Anyway, trying to think of if anything else that's happened in like a month between our break, or at least that's worth remembering.
Yeah, speaking of Sheiks,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I am so sad.
he perished.
I am so sad. You have no
his ha-
idea.
His hatred for Hogan couldn't sustain him any longer.
Why did Hogan get to live longer?
No,
Fuck Hulk Hogan.
Only the good die young, Dan.
I'm going to carry his hatred for him. Fuck you, Hulk Hogan. You piece of shit.
He might outlive you, Dan.
Fuck you. Fuck the territories.
Get your games.
Uh-oh. He's going full Sheik.
He's a liar. He's a son of a bitch.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
He is. Someone needs to carry the torch.
And that someone is you.
I'll do it myself.
The hatred has grown ever since Luke, and my heart has grown since Luke was created and made the main character. So I have plenty of hate to spare.
The hate flow through you.
Good old, well, actually, no, he's not good, and he's not old. Fuck Luke.
Fuck Luke.
I can't wait for the next game when we just forget that Luke was going to be the main character, because...
I don't think they will. This game did so well that Capcom's gonna look at it as like, ah, Luke. Luke sold this.
Luke is definitely what sold this game. We should go all in on him from now
Yeah,
on.
that's what they'll
Yeah,
literally
Luke-
do.
It's what it was all Luke.
He's on the cover, don't you know?
Hmm.
Goodbye.
It was all Luke, all the time.
Yeah. Luke sold the game. Don't you understand, you fucking pleb?
No,
Oh,
I choose not to understand.
no, fair enough. I
Luke,
guess.
it was Luke the whole time. What a twist.
But hey.
Now we're stuck with him forever. Because the game is doing well sales wise. Like apparently it was actually like on like to compare on Steam, its concurrent players was like 64,000, where Tekken and like the previous Street Fighter and all that were only at like 17,000 as a comparison.
That makes sense.
So it's a pretty big difference, honestly. The game is a success. And also with it being a multi-platform with like everything, you're never really gonna run out of running out of players will take a long time. Like
Yeah, I don't think we're ever in danger of Street Fighter 6 not doing well. I still need to pick it up, but you know, lazy.
I mean, I had the luck of like the only games coming out this year that I'm really interested are like that and Armored Core, so you know, I had a free spot, huh?
I just don't play fighting games. Because I'm bad at them.
This
I will
one's
admit,
this one's designed for you then. That's not even a joke.
I have no ability to play online because I do not pay for extra Wi-Fi services because I'm cheap. So unless I'm gonna play against a computer, that probably gets boring pretty quickly.
Yeah, they have a lot of single player content in this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a story mode.
There's a whole
and
story mode, and
world
there's like
tour.
there's the world tour. There's the modes where you get to just fight weird shit. It actually has like a significant amount of single player content. Which, I mean, it's not quite Soul Calibur 3 level, but it's pretty good.
Well, nothing is Soul Calibur 3 level.
Nothing is. And nothing ever will be. It's just a sad fact. Nothing will ever be at that level.
Nothing, you say.
Nothing.
Is that a challenge?
Yes.
Do you know the rules?
Ask her about the dude in the photo. Masako? Yeah? Do you think we're badly dressed?
Didn't catch it was a didn't catch the Kingdom Hearts reference, Saber. I'm sad.
Oh, no, I didn't. What'd you say?
Look, it said it's a challenge, is it? And I said, do you know the rules? Because it's what Luxord says.
Let's find
Oh,
out.
yes.
Hey, any of you
Good old
ladies know
Luxord.
Hibari?
Everyone's favourite
Maybe they're busy.
member of Organization
Don't have to be
13.
rude. Let's come back later.
Everyone's favourite Xehanort, Luxord.
Yeah.
I feel like he was actually important. I just don't remember how or why.
I don't know. He played cards.
No, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he had a role in Kingdom Hearts 3, but
He got beat up. Yeah, he raced you on the boat.
oh no, he's one of them racists.
And then
Oh
Jack
god, you made the
and then,
joke. haha.
and then Jack kicked him off the boat by breathing on him.
Yeah, that sounds like Jack. Look, it's not my fault it's fun to call people who go in racist.
You're just a racist.
Paddish. Oh yeah, there's another remake that got announced. Croc of all things.
Hmm.
Croc is
Kinda
back.
Kinda makes sense. Who even owns Croc?
I
I don't.
guess
I don't.
Argonaut apparently now.
Oh. Fair enough, I guess. Oh yeah, they announced DLC for the TMNT game.
Yeah, I saw that. They haven't said what the new mode is exactly, but they've shown pretty much everything else.
Yeah, you get Usagi.
Dork alert.
We get the Samurai Rabbit finally.
All right, people still remember him.
What's up, Hasebe?
Yeah, he's back
Oh,
in
you know, just
game
hanging
form.
around.
I mean, people were asking for him when they were first announced the game, so it's not surprising.
You know this fashion lady.
But yeah, no, it's cool. He's gonna be in it. There's gonna be a bunch of like color palettes and shit. And they only showed Michelangelo's, but one of them had him like have a hat on and shit. So I'm wondering what the other ones are gonna be like.
I think there's going to be ones for other versions of the show, of the character slash shows that, you know,
Well, one of them is a variant that's supposed to look like an old like fucking Sprite, where it has like that weird like kind of chunky look to it.
I know what a bra
Hmm.
is.
You need an offering for Hibari to show up, Misako.
But,
Jeez, everyone knows that.
But yeah, no, that actually was some good news that I saw when I was at work
Fancy
while trying not to choke on smoke.
and gold. Can it just be gold? Come on.
Hold on, my
Kyoko.
window's open. I'm just going to breathe in.
Yeah, but you're used to breathing in smoke.
I need something
Yeah.
gold to make
Or he's
the
used to
new
breathing in fog.
fashion designer
No,
show
I'm
off.
used to breathing in I'm used to breathing in asbestos and coal dust because I live in a
Pawn shop
mining
the
town.
toy district.
Oh yeah.
You can trade him something. Like a knuckle sandwich. Now you're talking.
Yeah. So between this and the usual slog up here, that's not saying great things for my life expectancy.
Nah.
You'll be fine. Yeah,
maybe
you'll
Hulk,
be
maybe Hulk
fine.
Hogan will outlive me.
Fuck you, Hulk Hogan!
I
Fuck
believe in Hulk
the
Hogan.
territory. I do it. Fuck him! I believe he's a liar and a piece of shit!
I mean, yes.
Put him in the camel clutch, make him humble!
Giggity.
But, honestly, other than that, there's not a whole lot of news. Oh, wait! We didn't talk about it! There's a Spooderman stuff, because we didn't talk about this because it happened while we were on our break.
Oh, Isekai Doc Ock, yeah.
And the return of Dan Slott's fanfiction.
Oh yeah, Superior Spider-Man's coming back.
He is.
Award-winning comic book writer Dan Slott strikes again.
I feel like it's my fault, the Isekai one and Superior Spider-Man coming back. So when they announced the Isekai one, I made a joke saying Dan Slott would be proud, and then like a day or two later, they're like, Superior Spider-Man's coming back, and Dan Slott's coming back to Spider-Man. And I'm like, oh!
No, I'm pretty sure I know the reason why Dan Slott's back. Because Zeb Wells has fucked the horse so bad, they're desperate to go back to literally any vaguely profitable idea, except doing, the thing that people actually want them to do.
You know, actually, I did see people cheering that Dan Slott was back, and I was like, what's wrong with you guys?
Oh, there are some people who have, absolutely fucked opinions on Slott's run. It's genuinely quite upsetting.
Yeah, Slott is not good. Like, I don't really like any of his shit, to be honest.
I mean, nothing over in that area is selling good.
They're like, shit, what do we do? Everything wrong!
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, Disney desperately needs money because they might be forced to buy out Hulu.
Why was they be forced to buy out Hulu?
Apparently there's some kind of legal contract thing when they started Hulu that Disney funded it, that if something happened, they'd be legally obligated to purchase it.
You have to head downstairs. It's in the basement.
I'm not quite sure exactly what that something is, but
Oh yeah, that park's gonna be fucked again.
yeah, it's like they're gonna have to spend, they're gonna spend like several billion to buy it. They don't have that much. Like with all the stuff they spent and all the stuff they had to bomb, they have like a couple million in their coffers to spare, and that is it. Not nearly enough to buy Hulu, so now they're like, oh, if this goes through, they're going to be in serious trouble. They might have to sell off Star Wars back to George Lucas for significantly less what they paid to get it.
Well, will he even buy it back is the question.
He might. Some people said this was like his master plan all along. Sell it to him knowing full well they'd run it to the ground and then buy it back cheaper.
I don't think George Lucas is that much of a schemer.
Yeah, it is. He is not nearly that smart.
Or another, they might have to like sell their parks to like another distributor, like how the Tokyo parks run, where they get a cut of the profits and they get the licensing fees, but they don't have control over the park anymore.
That one is more believable.
That one I can believe. I mean, they also used to do like sponsored stuff in the park too. That's what something.
Yeah,
they
then
used to do back in the day.
Yeah, and then they stop because they're like, we have so much money, we don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah, so that's another thing they might end up doing again.
It's too bad because the sponsored attractions were the better ones.
They were actually. Most of those are gone now.
Yeah, most of those are gone or have been replaced with
Licensed, like Disney
licensed characters. Yeah,
licensed stuff.
Don't worry, guys. They're bringing back that one Disney combiner they made like 10 years ago.
I think the only licensed ones they have left is the test track and the big golf ball ride in Epcot. And that's only because they can't demolish it because it's the park's iconic structure.
But God, do they want to?
Well, no, they wanted to change it to a more action-centered ride, and they were like, you can't do that. The structure is not capable of doing it.
I don't know why, because the ride I like the Epcot ride.
Yeah, I like Spaceship Earth.
It's really fun.
I don't like I like the Jeremy Irons narration better, but still.
Like, I also liked, I'm sad that one ride got turned into a Frozen one. The one that was just like the Norwegian, like, ice slide.
Norwegian? Yeah.
Yeah, that was, I actually really liked that one. And then
I'm just surprised because no one cared. No one cared about it for like 25 years,
except
and then
me.
all of a sudden, except you, and then they're just like, oh, we're gonna make it Frozen. They're like, what?
And then everyone suddenly cared.
Yeah, and everyone's like, what? No, you can't get rid of Maelstrom.
As I'm just like, you guys are all fakers. I've always loved it. Fuck you.
I think you're the fake hedgehog round here.
Everyone in our town is so
You're not even worthy enough to be my fake.
Oh, you ain't those words.
everywhere we go, all day long. I guess so. What's your point? Nothing.
So yeah, so yeah, either they're gonna have to sell the park, or they're gonna have to start getting sponsors for the parks to take some of the burden off.
They're probably gonna do sponsors, I think.
Someone said they might sell the Chinese parks to the CCP because the CCP pretty much has control over it anyway.
I can see
And
that.
it's just proven to be a bad investment. Turns out China was not the right horse to bet on.
You can
It
see
took them
that
a-
coming.
It took them a while to realize that, but I guess we're here now.
Yeah. Well, there was Iger's whole thing is his political aspirations based on I'm friends with the CCP and they're going to be our great allies, and that's why you should make me president. And then they're like, no, the CCP kind of hates us.
CCP hates everyone,
Well, I know, but I mean they
especially if you make fun of them.
they specifically hate the West a lot.
But especially the West.
There was like there was like a video I was watching yesterday that was on the news about like it's like they're teaching their kids in school to hate the U.S. and Japan. Like these little innocent Chinese kids are like, oh yeah, well, I hate America and Japan. When I grow up, I want to join the military so we can fight them. I was like, oh well, that's not a good sign.
Oh yeah, they have like quite possibly one of the most fucked up ways in which to. They have quite possibly one of the most fucked up sort of propaganda, like actual propaganda systems in place at the moment.
So yeah, I think that's the end of Iger's being president.
Almost definitely.
Just probably the way he went back. He's like, well, might as well go back to Disney and see if I can unscrew that. And
The
he
answer
can't.
is probably not.
No, the answer is he can't, but the answer is he's like, well, I can't do anything. It's like, all these things were put in place before I got here, I can't fix it in a few months.
Try.
Well, he is trying, but like, all the things that are failing, and they're like giving him grief over it, and he's like, oh,
This is all before I got here.
He's like, this thing was screwed up before I got here, I can't fix it that quickly.
It'll literally take him a while to fix it.
Let's get back Michael Eisner. He probably knows what's what.
Michael Eisner would honestly probably be a much better call, except I don't think he'll ever go back because he's mad that they screwed him over in the first place.
True.
But I'm like, yeah, I'll take Michael Eisner. A lot of good things came out of Michael Eisner. I can't think of many good things that came out of Iger or Chapek.
Well, I'm all out of
True.
golden monkeys.
What about that gold?
That they didn't completely waste. Like, yeah, they bought out Star Wars.
And then they
think I
fumbled
would've-
it.
So much.
I think I would have rather. I think I would have been happier if it stayed with Lucasfilm and they just didn't do anything with it. Than what
And
we
we just
got.
got like video games here and there, basically.
We get a
Yeah.
discount?
Because honestly, Star Wars video games were fun back then.
I mean, some of them still are, kind of.
Oh no,
The old
oh
ones.
yeah, no, they're still pretty fun. But like, I mean, like
$10.
the outfit's not.
Exactly like the $1,000,000.
It's not
The
what it
old-
was.
The Old Republic is still pretty decent.
Yeah.
Sold.
Of course, getting it to run on modern hardware takes some mods, but thankfully, because it's Star Wars and Star Wars fans are obsessed, you can easily get that done.
Yeah.
Welcome to Skullmageddon's.
Also, I've met Skullmageddon again. My favorite. I
Hooray.
love him.
Oh no.
I love Skullmageddon so much.
I went to go see Shin Kamen Rider 2 weeks. Well, no, last week.
Oh yeah, how is it?
Surprisingly violent.
No, Joko. Don't ever say that.
I mean, I figured that going in, but I got there and like he starts pulping people's heads. And I was like, okay.
Yoko, you're just a Joko.
I have
Yes, I-
heard mostly good things.
Yeah, it's good. It's I don't know if it's gonna be open for like a whole new Shin Kamen Rider universe, but it was good. It was very accurate to the manga as opposed to like the TV show.
Allegedly, he wants to do sequels.
Yeah, allegedly. Well, we'll see. He's still gotta do a Sentai first.
Just kick my head? Marcel me, my beautiful head. Yeah, you
And while I was there, they were playing The Little Mermaid in the theater next door.
so cool.
Oh.
Pretty bad.
I'm Masako. You're so cool, Masako. Tell me
I
something.
mean, I've not heard
don't
great things.
Come on.
In fact, I don't think anyone's heard great things.
I've heard terrible. I've heard at best it's okay. It's like it's okay, but the original's still better. I've also seen videos of people like starting fights in the theater, which is not a great look
wait.
for it.
Starting fights in the theater for what? Sorry, I kind of zoned out.
Starting fights in the theater for The Little Mermaid
Why? It's a fucking stupid movie.
because it's ghetto people that are there and they fight over stuff. I guess I don't know. They weren't fighting over the movie. They were just starting random fistfights during showings, and everyone just like screaming at them, "Stop it! You're ruining it for the kids."
Machete like attack in for Frozen 2.
What?
Was
I vaguely remember a story over here about someone who got like cut up with a machete outside the screening of Frozen 2.
well outside the screening maybe, but they were not inside the theater.
Violent attacks outside theaters? That's a tradition. Come on, ask Batman.
Yeah, even when I worked at the theater for like 2 weeks and it happened twice.
Fights outside of theaters is common. Inside is when it's like, wait, hold on.
No, it wasn't a fight. It was a stabbing.
That too.
Yeah, it's like there's like we'll walk in there. It's like, yeah, someone got stabbed. It was like, oh,
Again?
Okay. I guess that won't be sticking around here for very long.
Nope. You never stick around the theater long, especially at night. You get the fuck out as soon as if you're watching a movie at night, get the fuck out as soon as it's done. Just go.
And they all, that's alright. And they all closed anyway.
It's true.
That's another reason I had to go to Delaware to watch shit. Well, that and my friend lives there, but it was like all the theaters around me are closed.
Yo, lady.
Even after all this time.
Cat for ya. Are we
Damn COVID.
Yeah, COVID killed them.
No, it killed Disney too.
I don't think COVID didn't kill Disney. Disney's own stupid decisions killed Disney.
Yeah. Though it didn't help considering, you know, how much of their money comes from the fucking parks.
Yeah. The parks are open. The
Like,
parks are fine.
I
The
think
people.
I think realistically they'll bounce back because it's Disney and evil never dies. But
It's a
I mean,
little
they'll bounce back. They might have to
also not
sell
real.
a significant amount of
which I'm
assets
fine with
to
because
do
honestly,
so.
I think a lot of these companies, especially Disney, are way too fucking big. And if I had my way, I'd be breaking up a lot of companies.
The offering is accepted.
By the way, thank you UK for being the only thing stopping Blizzard, Activision Blizzard from being merged with Microsoft.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're literally the only thing standing in their way.
I do
Yeah.
We're counting
Friend
on
of-
you.
A friend of mine.
Don't
was trying-
buckle!
Well, they won't. They probably won't. But a friend of mine, well, they probably will. But a friend of mine was trying to tell me that like, oh, well, it's only fair because Sony owns like more than 50% of the studios. I'm like, A, I don't think that's true, and B, even if it is true, that's mostly accounting for like one-person studios who make like indie games,
Yeah.
not like multi-billion-dollar mega conglomerates.
Microsoft buying like realistically Obsidian, it's not much because it's Obsidian. Let's be real. But them buying up Activision, fucking Blizzard, hell, Bethesda.
Yeah, like, it wasn't even just Bethesda; it was ZeniMax they
Yeah,
bought,
they bought ZeniMax, all of ZeniMax.
which is
It's huge.
like, yeah, it's like fucking insane amount of developers, and it's not even, and not like small developers, huge fucking names in the business plus all their IPs. It's one of those things where it's like it's such a huge like share of the Western gaming market that it's like genuinely insane that it's not been challenged for being a monopoly.
They would honestly own most major first-person shooter IPs.
Most major first-person shooter devs, like the only. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they then go after, if they go and try and like forcibly acquire Bungie.
Even though Sega owns them.
Well, yeah, because why would that stop them?
True.
And it's
They
kind of
used to
insane.
own Bungie, though.
No, they used to be partnered with Bungie, and then they owned and Bungie made Halo under that partnership,
And then they were owned by Activision.
Well, once again, it's the Bungie's independent, and then they partner with them as a big company as a publisher of a game.
Oh no, they were actually owned by Activision for a short bit.
Were they?
Yes.
Fair enough then. Well, maybe if Bungie made a single game I cared about.
I mean, I liked the original Halo games.
I've never played it, just, don't care.
It's fair, honestly.
I'm sure they're fine games.
I never played them because I
Suck at games.
didn't have an Xbox.
Well,
I played Halo 1 mostly on PC. I had friends who had Xbox, so I played it that way. And then obviously now I have it on Steam because they're all on PC now.
But yeah, it's like it's an insane deal that I'm amazed hasn't been like more challenged because of how ridiculous the market share becomes.
Yeah.
And it's like basically
But-
the only thing stopping them getting the whole gaming market is that literally every time they've ever approached a Japanese company to buy them,
They laugh at
they've
them.
been laughed. Yeah.
Like, they
It's like-
tried it, because for the audience, they did try to purchase Nintendo at one point.
And they literally laughed them out the room. But yeah, it's just one of those. As I said, it's one of those things where it's like genuinely weird that it's not been like more challenged. But then it's, you know, Europe's gonna did it because, well, Europe's just kind of like that.
They'll unfortunately buckle. They already
They already
buckled.
did.
Yeah, like
They
I
already
said,
did
the only
buckle.
ones that are standing in their way are literally you guys. If it
Oh,
literally
wow.
wasn't for you guys saying no, it would have happened like months ago.
But don't worry, they already said they're gonna not give us games anymore.
no.
Literally made that exact threat.
Oh no! You won't get there mid-games.
Well, I'm sure I'll get around to playing Diablo at some point, maybe. Oh wait, no, I
I'm
won't
not.
ever. I literally never will.
Yeah, I don't... I've sworn off of their games completely, so... And Diablo's like one of the only ones that I cared about. So, like, nah, I'm not gonna get it. I can play another dungeon crawler, it's fine.
Can you though, Dan?
Yes, very easily, actually. The whole genre, actually. It's kind of like how it's like, oh no, I gotta play Destiny because it's the only looter shooter out there. No, it isn't. There's plenty of them. It's a whole genre.
When was Destiny ever the only looter shooter?
Some idiots think that for some reason. And they're like, that's why I have to play it, even though it keeps literally getting rid of content because they can't, you know, compress files. Because, heaven forbid, we compress our shit, North American, Western AAA studios.
Teach us how to do that? No.
Hmm.
We need information. And a mini.
Now, we gotta make it so the games cost 200 fucking gigabytes.
I don't know the man in your
That's
photo,
fine because
but
it's not even just the size of the games, but also the price. But
Yeah.
don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Activision Blizzard, everyone's favorite WoW streamer just told us that we need to get our lives together if, you know, you're living on a lower income and you can't afford $70 games every week.
Ah, yes.
Thanks, Asmon. Thanks, Asmon Gold, Mister. Oh, you can only be a popular streamer if you're attractive, and I'm like, what fucking? How do you? What mirror are you looking in, mate?
He's probably looking at a picture of somebody else.
It's has to be, right? Has to be. You cannot sit there and say you can't be popular and be unattractive and look like that and be popular.
Besides, there's plenty of VTubers who are popular.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of felt mean. I'm sorry. Sorry to the VTubers, not him. Fuck him.
Damn it, Dan. We're now not going to get our VTuber collab.
Oh no.
Damn it! I'm already
We
getting a
can't
call
meet-
from VTuber somebody, and it's saying we fucking die.
Oh no, VTuber simp. Good thing we didn't mention any of them, so they don't know which ones we're insulting. And I don't even know any of their names. so can't
I
insult
know a
them.
number, but I don't really know one off the top of my head that I want to make fun of off the top right now.
No one who's worth picking a fight with.
I don't know any. I was like,
Yeah.
I know a couple of VTubers. They're okay. They're not really worth insulting.
Yet. Give it time. The whole VTuber thing has like kind of gone past me, so I'm too old for it now, I'm afraid.
I'm too old for
Let
this
it-
shit.
Anybody here seen Spider-Verse 2 yet?
Nah, it'll probably be. It won't be until it's like home release that I'll get to see it.
Yeah, same. Alright, well, I'm glad that we can now. I'm glad that we can't talk about that because I was kind of hoping that nobody had seen it, because then I didn't have to worry about spoilers.
Nah.
But-
I have heard some spoilers though.
Well, keep them to yourself.
Snape killed Dumbledore.
What's a Dumbledore?
No. No.
Oh,
you
yeah,
bitch.
Wait, why did the snake kill Ganondorf?
I don't know.
Uh,
I wasn't there for the event.
but I have heard mixed things about Transformers: Rise of the Beast, which I'm a bit sad about. I wanted that movie to at least be good.
Adequate.
Yeah,
Really, I've heard it looks okay.
I've heard a lot of conflicting things, so it's that I probably won't go and see it. But I did just
I've
want
heard
it to be.
it's about on par with Bumblebee.
Well, Bumblebee was fine, I guess. Bumblebee was what Transformers should have been, like 15 fucking years ago, or however long it was, however long it's been since those movies came out. Oh. But hey. I guess technically speaking, like the Summer Games Jam thing, or not Game Jam, but like Game Event thing is going on. I'm pretty sure it's like Mortal Kombat 1, and I'm sorry, I don't give a shit about Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah, I don't care about Mortal Kombat.
care about Fortnite Wilds. I don't even give a shit about regular Fortnite. Why would I care about a new Fortnite? If it even is a new Fortnite, it's probably just some stupid expansion shit.
Oh yeah, it definitely is gonna be just some expansion shit.
There's the secret tunnel. Ew, I can already smell
Yeah,
the
I
smell.
don't know.
Come on.
I'm probably being unfair if I say I don't care about MK1 for the simple fact that, like... Well, because, like, I'll just need to wait 3 years and I'm gonna reboot it again.
No, you gotta wait till 2 more games. It's every 3 games they reboot it.
Like, it's genuinely impressive how, like, how they seem to give so much of a shit about Mortal Kombat's lore, but not enough to actually, try and make it, good, but enough that they're like, well, this is completely unsalvageable, better restart again.
I mean, that sounds like how they approach the gameplay, too. Mortal Kombat still is gonna play like ass. It's always gonna play like ass.
Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat.
We're 30 years in. I had someone tell me, like, oh, I'm being unfair for saying that. Like, am I? It's been how long and it still plays like shit?
Oh no, you've offended Sabo.
Uh-oh.
He was like, oh no, they're insulting Mortal Kombat, that game I definitely play.
Maybe the smog killed him.
Yeah, it is true.
But yeah, I just... Like, but yeah, I still like when I got told that I was just an unfair hater for that. It's like, if they've had 30 fucking years, mate. Like, come on! Like, I think at this point it's a precedent. Like, come on. I'm allowed to assume it's still gonna control like ass when it hasn't really improved.
And how many games?
Oh,
Like,
God, I
but-
don't know.
Downtown.
Exactly.
Frown Town. I am so unhappy right now.
Like,
Better start looking
it's
for
just...
Camille.
I am not being unfair. Like, am I being unfair in situations? Yes. Is this one of them? No.
I mean, as I said, Mortal Kombat as a franchise has had fucking decades and multiple installations, and so many other games, or like even fighting games specifically, have done well, and moved past this and have improved and learned and gone past the dark days. And Mortal Kombat is incredibly stagnated.
It just it sells mostly on the spectacle, which the casuals kind of play it for, and that's it. 'Cause they don't play it for the gameplay, because the gameplay is trash.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely not for the story, because they keep rebooting it all the goddamn fucking time.
Even though they'll tell you otherwise, they'll tell you, no, we love the story.
That's why we keep playing it, for the story that they keep telling us didn't happen.
It's even funnier if you consider the fact that apparently the DLC for the last game, like, they already told them they were going to reboot it for this game.
Yeah. Well, they knew they were going to reboot. Just, insane that we, it's just insane that we keep making the same fucking mistake with this.
I mean, again, look at the gameplay. Like, they keep making the same mistake because they keep getting all this money for it. because people
Like-
keep buying it.
And then, yeah, and I never even got it, even when you're saying, like, oh, what about Injustice? It's like, what about Injustice? Injustice still sucks.
Yeah, it does. Injustice's story is also bad. In fact, I think the reason why we didn't get a 3 is because he's trying to think of how he can reboot the damn thing. So like, shit, I need to reboot it.
Is that Masako
In
and
2
Kyoko?
games, I need to
I thought
reboot.
it was you.
Gotta
Why you two
reboot it.
been?
Shit. I wrote myself into a corner.
Some folks from the fancy part of town.
Well, what
park
corner?
their
There's like a
expensive
full
cars
open
here in downtown.
space right here. And now I'm in a
Well,
corner
that
right
makes the
now.
local residents feel like
I don't know what to
garbage. You
do.
can relate, right? Go find
Alright,
4
I'm gonna have
fancy cars that
Joker
don't belong here
kills
and destroy
Lois
them.
with
I'll make it worth your while.
the Tommy gun. Yeah.
Oh yeah, did you see the trailer for the new Superman animated series?
Yes, it looks good. I'm looking
Not-
forward to that.
I mean, I'm interested. I'm not entirely sure on, like, Lois's look. Does
I
not
love her look.
Like... I mean, it's fine, but it just doesn't look like Lois Lane to me. But
I mean,
I'm
it looks
gonna
like
give
it,
it a
looks
shot.
like older. Like when you think about like older comic Lois, where they would give her like shorter hair and shit. Like old.
As I said, I'm fine. I'm gonna give it a try anyway.
I'm also just glad to see, you know, like to see Superman being, you know, Superman.
Can't be Superman without his superpowers. Mm.
Like I'm just glad that, you know, Superman gets to just be a hero, and we're not doing like this Injustice, Man of Steel, fucking bullshit. I unironically would just watch a show of him just like saving kittens out of trees all day. Save us back.
Oh yeah, the smoke didn't get him.
I guess not. Save up?
Shame. Nope, guess the smoke did get
I
him.
guess sentient smoke now is there.
Yep, I got him.
It knew it! It knew it! It knew! We called it! And it's like, oh shit, they're onto me.
Oh no, what if Ezra Miller has like mutated into a smoke monster?
Oh yeah, oh, you know we didn't make fun of Ezra Miller yet.
Well, there's still time.
There is still time. The
There's
video's not done
always
yet.
time. There's always time to make fun of Ezra Miller.
I like what I saw a review. It's like, yeah, the girl who's playing Superwoman steals the show. I'm like, that's really cool. It's a shame that I'm never gonna watch that movie because of Ezra Miller. Oh, Ezra, is that you?
I don't know.
Okay, it's not Ezra Miller.
No.
So anyway, Ezra Miller.
Beyond your understanding.
Oh.
No, I had to restart for some reason. It was acting weird.
Yeah, I had that when I first booted up Discord too. Like when I started the call, it acted weird.
No, my whole
Might be-
computer was acting weird. Like it wouldn't run anything.
It is weird.
When I logged in, when I reset, like my mouse wouldn't work, so I had to unplug and plug it back in again. And then when I opened up Discord again, none of my stuff was registered, so I had to go back and tell it to actually detect the microphone and all that. It was weird. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the smoke.
Well, I do know they're there's doing a thing with Discord of making everyone like change their usernames because
Oh, yeah,
they're getting rid of
I haven't got hit with
numbers.
that yet. I'm
a
waiting
couple
for
of
my hit.
Me too. A couple of my friends in the same server who joined the same time I did are have got it. It's only a matter of time before Discord comes for me too.
What are they doing? They're changing the...
They're making you change your username because they're getting rid of like the little hashtag numbers next to your username.
Why?
Good
If they
question.
want to.
That makes it easier to tell who's who. Why would they
Good
get rid of them?
question.
I mean, that's just what they're doing.
Well, dumb. Don't do it.
It is dumb.
I demand they stop.
Too late.
Make them stop.
Eh,
Use your
Too late.
Everyone
your-
demanded and they ignored.
Use your incredible authority.
We don't have any authority here.
I
Oh.
can only do that on Monopoly, I'm sorry. But but yeah. Oh, I guess I keep you know, I was going to say a lot about it, but I did actually see Avatar 2 yesterday, and it says a lot that I just don't remember it.
I just
Or it's
remember
like,
Avatar 1 and you remember it.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it because it was on Disney Plus. It's like
And you were
whatever.
bored.
whatever. I've got 3 hours I need to put background noise on, and there's nothing else I really want
I was
to
gonna
watch.
say you still have Disney
But-
Plus, but I'll wait you
No,
up for kids.
It's not my A, yeah, kids, but also B, it's not mine.
Yes.
It's my sister's that I just use the account on because they. I mean, it's cat. I mean, who cares, right? So I was like, whatever. I'll watch this 3-hour slogfest, and like, oh yeah, it's just like the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's like maybe slightly better, but I don't. But it's like the fact that I watched it, and it's 3 hours of my life gone, and at the end of those 3 hours, I still have barely had like no desire to actually remember it. Probably says more than any actual review I could give you of it.
Just think, you've watched like 3-second clip videos that you remember better.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like thinking of dumb memes that I've seen like fucking weeks ago that I'm like still more eager to talk about and remember than that.
Thanks.
So it is what it is. I mean, I showed you that whole Josh Keaton Spectacular Spider-Man thing, right, Dan?
Yeah.
But he was meant to be in Earth's Mightiest Heroes for the Spider-Man appearance, and then they replaced him with Drake Bell without telling him.
Because they were pushing for the synergy with the,
Ultimate Spider-Man.
and also because they probably wanted J.K. Simmons to do Jameson.
Does he really like Drake Bell then? Was
No.
he like?
No, but if they wanted to use the Ultimate Spider-Man, he does him in Ultimate Spider-Man, so they probably like, well, we should use.
Oh
both.
yeah, you couldn't just get like J.K. Simmons in to do that voice and then still keep
You could, but they wanted synergy. Also, Sony, they probably had to bury that cartoon.
Just like they did in Mightiest Heroes.
Well, yeah. Well, they buried Mightiest Heroes because they wanted it to be more about more like the movies.
And then they made that cartoon and nobody watched it.
I mean, people watched it. It lasted for years.
Did it?
Yeah, but so did
Yeah.
Johnny Test.
I've never heard anyone talk about it. How the fuck did that last for so long?
Because it was movie tie-ins. You want to know when it ended? It ended like 2 months before Endgame came out, when they knew they weren't going to have Iron Man and Captain America in the movies anymore.
What you doing here, kid?
That's when it ended.
This is
Yeah.
not a nice part of town.
Wow.
Exactly. I came here to train myself.
And yet I see nobody ever talk about it.
Why,
Yeah, because it was
It's the very
nothing
same.
particularly
You look
amazing.
pretty beat up.
All part
It
of
was just,
the
Definitely not.
team.
it was just like animated versions of MCU plots.
New time. Now, what
I
brings
guess
you
it's
beautiful ladies
going
down
back
here?
since we can go back
You
to everyone's
training as
favorite
well?
piece of shit,
No,
Dan
we're
Dan
pretty
Slott.
good at fighting. I get to
Real
figure
quick,
out
I did
my
see.
own-
I mean, obviously, there's people who are like celebrating because
No.
people unironically would say crap like the genius of Dan Slott, which
They
is
do!
a
Some hideous
which is a
fashion
sentence
they
that
might
makes me
use.
feel wretched. But I did see someone make an fun take
Have you?
where they said that anyone who's a fan of Superior Spider-Man is not a Spider-Man fan. And their reasoning wasn't just because gatekeeping. I mean, they said, yeah, obviously, gatekeeping, but their actual reasoning was it's not a Spider-Man story. So if your favorite Spider-Man story is a story that's not about Spider-Man, then you're not a Spider-Man fan.
I'm sure you'll
Yeah.
run
Which is a
some
fair
back
statement.
eventually.
Yeah.
I won't stop until I do.
He's gonna die here, Misako.
As I said before, like multiple times, Superior Spider-Man is basically just a really long, drawn-out rendition of Kraven's Last Hunt. But it's nowhere near as good, and it's not some big, great redemption for Doc Ock, because it all hinges on the fact that Doc Ock basically has to commit the second worst thing he ever did. Bearing in mind, they did Superior Spider-Man like actual months after Doc Ock did a plot to try and kill 6 billion humans.
Yep.
So
Well, remember,
that's the guy.
remember that Peter's the real villain here, as Dan Slott's told us, because he called him fat.
Yeah, but Doc Ock raped him.
Yeah, but Peter
Like
called
that's
him fat.
legitimate. Every time whenever Doc Ock jerked off or had sex in his body, that's rape.
Yeah, but
He wasn't
But-
dead.
but remember,
So
remember, Peter called him fat.
Yeah, Doc Ock's a filthy rapist. I know which
but-
one I think is worse.
I don't know, but according to Dan Slott, that's definitely
Yeah,
worse.
According to Dan
Fat.
Slott, calling someone fat is worse than mass genocide and rape.
Allegedly, according to Dan Slott.
It still baffles me if Slot is one massive troll or if he really just has all these terrible opinions.
No,
that
it's just
he
the
really
terrible
believes.
opinions. It's just
Yeah.
terrible opinions. Remember, remember how I got blocked was him googling himself, and finding me, guessing that, hey, I think that fucking thing only ended this way because higher ups told him to, and then he fucking wanted to strangle the life out of me.
Yep.
That was the exact moment I was like, yeah, he's not a troll. He's just an asshole.
He just has a tiny baby penis.
He does.
And he feels the need to deal with that fact by, complaining about other people. I mean, obviously Nick Lowe is also a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Can't let him get away scot-free. He
Oh,
is,
no.
by and large, the reason why everything is shit with Spider-Man.
My shop welcomes your money. Come back anytime.
But,
It is still funny that Slot is their emergency button. Like, are you kidding me?
It's because, like I said, the problem they face is that they are desperate to go back to a time where they were seen to have profits, but they're also desperate to not walk back one more day for some reason.
Do you think Joe
I wish
Quesada
I-
has receipts on them or something, and that's why?
I don't know, but
Yeah,
I think it's because
at this point, I just assume Joe Quesada has like a massive bomb under Marvel Studios with a button to press if they ever undo one more day.
I'll be honest, I think it's more out of just pure pride at this point. They're so committed to this hill that they've decided to die on. Like, they have twisted one more day into this, like, us versus them mentality. They are so determined to not ever back down on it.
Oh god, that reminds
like-
me. Oh, because I have a theory about something with everyone's favorite character, Paul. So you know how they erased his kids, right?
Oh yeah, I did see that,
So
where it turns out his kids were figments.
Yeah, I have a prediction that
kids-
they're gonna have Paul become like the next Superboy Prime, where it's just a villain who bitches at the readers.
I'm like barely convinced. I mean, well, I'm pretty sure after when Zeph Wells is gone, that's the end of Paul.
Unless he becomes the Superboy Prime, the next writers bitch about their readers saying that their writing sucks. I don't know, also the character's so shit, I could see Dan Slott wanting to use him. Dan Slott loves shitty characters.
True.
Is this the subway
It's
terminal?
just, as I said, it's one of these, like, as I said, we're just in this weird position where everyone knows exactly how to solve the Spider-Man problem, but Marvel
The owners
Just-
don't want to.
don't want to. Like, anyone could fucking tell you how you make Spider-Man profitable again.
You smell like fast food wrappers.
You noticed.
Like, you undo this stupid shit that just shouldn't happen. You fucking kill Norman Osborn again.
Ew, no.
Like, you kill that motherfucker and you never bring him back. In fact, honestly, Doc Ock has crossed so many lines, he also needs to die. There's no break. You can't walk these characters back, so just fucking kill them off. Honestly, I even said to a friend, at this point, I would rather Marvel just straight up kill Peter Parker in 616 forever, because I want my boy to stop suffering this nonsense.
Thing is,
Just,
I hate
it's like,
zombies.
genuinely, stop, he's already dead kind of feel.
So you want us to go
Marvel
get
just
keys
committed
for
to
you,
being
then you'll use your
the
crane
worst when it
move
comes to
the trash so we
Spider-Man.
can get inside the
Because,
subway?
and a friend made a really good point. Part of the real problem
Fine. Let's go
is
kill
that Marvel can do this shit and not get punished because they've had Disney, like, basically bailing them out largely for these last sort of 10 years or 10 plus years, but also because Marvel as just a brand has always been fairly,
Because people love the merchandise.
profitable.
Like, hell, I buy Spider-Man stupid shit and what have you.
Yep.
And this is why this is where
I'm part
DC
of the
is
problem.
always, and this is where DC has had the advantage in the sense because they, obviously disadvantaged because they couldn't just, get away with shit. Anytime they did do stuff that people hated, they had to walk it back because, they can't, do, they
Like,
can't
they had
possibly...
Warner Brothers money, but it's not Disney money.
Yeah, but Warner Brothers is giving them shit.
True.
Like, part of the thing is that they basically had to cater more to their readership and learn when people didn't like the directions they were taking. I mean, obviously they still make bad choices. You know, Doomsday Clock is a terrible idea. Why would you do it? But yeah, so DC always has to like double back on themselves to put right the things they do wrong. Marvel doesn't, and Marvel always has been incredibly stubborn about this shit because they think they know better. And then every time it blows up in their face, they're like, well, we just need to double down on this shit.
Until
It's
they like
yeah,
it.
Spider-Man's like sales have never recovered from one more day. Better keep that status quo that everybody hates. That all of your readers are fucking fighting day and night to get undone.
And have a keychain that says Wicked.
Well, you know.
No biggie. Turns out they were in my pocket.
Obviously, everyone must think like Dan Slott or Joe Quesada. They hate Spidey not being the eternal 25-year-old loser.
Can you move our trash with your crane now?
Yes. Part of the real problem is that we do this whole ordeal of well, we can't have Spider-Man be married with kids. That's ridiculous. That would never work. Okay, so we're going to do this big grand reset to tell these stories that we want to tell. It's like, okay, what are these stories? Like, I want someone to genuinely point to me to like post one more day of like a story that's that was good, and B, couldn't have been told in the previous continuity. Like, what has been done with to make this, big, bold new world like actually feel like it was needed.
Well, they wouldn't be able to do Peter Parker love triangle stuff. Yeah.
They also wouldn't. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to have Peter Parker fuck a clone of Joe Quesada's daughter.
Yeah. He's not, for the audience, he's not fucking joking.
A Spider-Man tattoo on her crotch.
For the audience, nothing he said was a joke. It was all true.
Yeah, so in comics, Carly Cooper gets a Spider-Man face tattooed on her crotch, or above her crotch, whatever. And then decides that when she finds out Peter Parker is Spider-Man, it's like, oh, well, that's too much for me. Mixed signals much?
I guess that's where they got the inspiration for the animated adaptation of Invincible.
Oh, with
Amber. By the way, the comic version of Amber, she is completely supportive when he comes out as the superhero persona.
Also, she's like barely relevant most of the time.
Yeah. I just mean like it's a completely different character. It's not even the same character, and I don't mean because skin color. I mean because of personality.
And then after a certain point, she's irrelevant anyway, so it just doesn't
she just
matter.
kind of like disappears.
But oh yeah, Invincible season 2 should be coming along. I wonder how that's going to play out with what happens after where season 1 ends.
Yeah, we'll see.
Can't wait to see Omni-Man fuck a bug lady.
But
yeah, I wonder how that scene's going to go down.
Graphic.
Where he actually no, in comics he straight up tongues a bug lady.
I know.
So that'll be fun to see how that one plays out.
It's one of two ways: fade to black or graphic.
I'm sure it'll be graphic because that's how things are these days. I wonder how that's going to go down with the fans when everyone's like, oh yeah, this great twist villain, and it's like, yeah, he's now making out with a bug lady.
But anyway, this is a good spot to stop for today.
Yeah.
Time to leave. I don't really have an edgy joke to end this off with. We have bug lady
edgy
kissing.
joke. I was gonna say, what do you mean we don't have an edgy joke? We literally just ended on what if everyone's favorite evil Superman clone made out and had sex with a bug lady repeatedly on screen.
Yeah, but that's not even that
And
bad
then
for us.
the Zod character's gonna do it later to make a whole army of little insectoid bastard children. Sorry for spoiling Invincible. Anyway, now it's time to leave.
I guess now.